Attention passionate Seattle Seahawks fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news now. Folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you might just be one of the most significant moves in the NFL this offseason. It's a blockbuster that could reshape the NFC West for years to come. Word on the street, according to NFL insiders and reports from NFL.com, is that the Seattle Seahawks are deep in negotiations to land T.J. Watt from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yes, you heard that right, Watt, one of the premier edge rushers in the league, potentially donning that Seahawks jersey next season. And let me tell you, this isn't just a rumor. It's a game changer, a move that could elevate Seattle's defense to a whole new level and send ripples through the entire NFC West. First off, let's talk about the Steelers' reasoning behind this potential trade. Pittsburgh is in a bit of a cap bind, with about $9 million over the 2026 cap, and they're clearly looking to make some tough decisions. They're also prioritizing youth and depth on the pass rush, especially with Alex Highsmith already producing 7 sacks last season. The Steelers are eyeing a rebuild, and parting ways with Watt is a clear signal that they're trying to free up cap space and focus on developing their younger players. What's more, with the Steelers' recent struggles in the playoffs, finishing 18th in the league in total offense and with some doubts about their playoff viability, they're looking to reset. Considering Watt's immense talent, they are asking for a first-round pick in 2026 plus a third-round pick, a steep price, but one that makes sense given Watt's status as a top-tier pass rusher. And what does this mean for the Seahawks? Well, it's a huge upgrade. Watt at 31 has been a sack machine since entering the league in 2017, with 115 career sacks and 150 tackles for loss. He's a game wrecker, a guy who consistently commands double teams, and his presence alone can elevate an entire defense. Last season, Watt racked up 10 sacks, 16 tackles for loss, and 4 forced fumbles, with an incredible PFF grade of 91, ranking him among the top edge defenders in the league. His win rate on pass rushes is around 29%, and he's averaging 2.0 pressures per game, with an EPA expected points added of plus 0.47 per press, showing how impactful he is every time he's on the field. His ability to generate pressure and disrupt offenses is unmatched. Now, the Seahawks are sitting comfortably with about $22 million in cap space, and acquiring Watt would be a massive boost to their pass rush, especially considering the uncertain status of other key players like Darrell Taylor. With Watt anchoring the outside, the Seahawks' front seven could transform into a dominant force reminiscent of the Legion of Boom days, but on the defensive line. Imagine a front that injects fear into opposing quarterbacks, pushing the sack total from last year's 42, which ranked 8th in the league, up to an estimated 58 or even higher. That's a potential increase of around 20%, significantly elevating the Seahawks' defensive EPA and overall win probability. What's even more exciting is that Watt's presence could turn the Seahawks' defense into a Legion of Boom 2.0, echoing the dominant 2013 Seahawks defense that led them to their last Super Bowl victory. Their pass rush rate could soar by around 15%, and the total pressures generated could jump by approximately 200 over the course of the season, a number that would make opposing offensive lines tremble. And let's talk about the postseason, because Watt has proven to be a playoff game-changer. Over his career, he's accumulated 8 playoff sacks, and that kind of pressure on mobile quarterbacks like Kyler Murray, who rushes for over 800 yards, could be decisive. With Watt's reputation for clutch performances, the Seahawks could see their Super Bowl odds improve dramatically. According to FanDuel's odds, Seattle's chances of winning Super Bowl LXI could jump from plus 600 to plus 350, which is a massive leap. That's because Watt can neutralize edges like Sewell, who allowed 3 sacks last season, and pressure the quarterback relentlessly, making life miserable for offenses. Of course, there are some caveats. The Seahawks need to address their tight end depth, which has been a bit thin lately, especially with Arroyo out. But the addition of Watt could compensate for that by creating more QB hits, which last year averaged about 1.7 per game and forcing mistakes. His ability to generate pressure and sacks, combined with the Seahawks' already talented secondary, could make this defense one of the league's most feared. Now imagine the impact on the division. The 49ers and Rams are already formidable, but with Watt on the edge, the Seahawks can claim a serious advantage. His presence would transform their pass rush into a nightmare for quarterbacks trying to find space and time, especially with the NFC West being a highly competitive division. In fact, with Seattle's 10-3 record so far, boosting their front seven could make them the undisputed top dog in the division, reminiscent of the Seahawks' heyday in the early 2010s. Looking ahead, the Seahawks are not just thinking about this season, but also about building a dynasty. Watt's arrival could mark the beginning of a new era of defensive dominance that sparks comparisons to the Seahawks' Super Bowl-winning teams. It's about creating a culture of relentless pressure, disciplined play, and game-changing plays, exactly what this team needs to contend for another title. And the fans, oh man, the energy this move could generate. Just picture the loud crowds at Lumen Field, roaring as Watt stunts and sacks the quarterback, reviving that intimidating Seahawks defense that fans fell in love with. The potential for a deep playoff run, possibly even a Super Bowl appearance, gets exponentially higher with Watt on board. It's this kind of move that can turn a good team into a perennial contender, and Seahawks fans know that building a championship-worthy defense is crucial in today's NFL. As we look at the bigger picture, this trade isn't just about adding a superstar pass rusher. It signals the Seahawks' serious intent to compete at the highest level again. It's a statement that they're willing to make bold moves, invest in their future, and put themselves in the best position to chase another Lombardi trophy. The NFC West is already tough, with the 49ers and Rams always in the mix, but Seattle's aggressive approach with Watt could finally give them the edge they need to dominate. So, while the details of the trade are still being finalized, one thing is clear. If the Seahawks can seal this deal, they're not just adding a player, they're transforming their entire defense and potentially rewriting the narrative of their franchise. Watt's leadership, experience, and relentless energy could be the catalyst that elevates this team from playoff hopefuls to Super Bowl contenders, echoing the great Seahawks defenses of the past and setting the stage for a new era of Seahawks greatness. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, Seahawks fans, the excitement is real. The potential arrival of TJ Watt isn't just a splashy headline, it's a strategic move that could define the franchise's trajectory for years to come. With a defense that already has a solid core, adding Watt could turn the Seahawks into one of the most feared units in the league. And if they manage to keep their offense firing on all cylinders, this team could be a serious contender for Super Bowl LXI, bringing home another Lombardi to the Pacific Northwest. So stay tuned, because this story is just getting started, and you can bet your last dollar that Seahawks Nation will be watching every step of this incredible journey unfold. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seattle Seahawks news.